Hello, hello, amazing business owners, entrepreneurs, however you identify yourself. I am excited to bring you another Website Wednesday. I know that I had a couple of weeks delay. I actually had a pretty serious fall and head injury, so I am recovering and I had WPPI. There was just so much going on. So I am here to bring you another one, and today I am going to go through the website Demi Girl Boudoir Photography, and this website is from Adrienne Richgels. And Adrienne, I'm so sorry if I mispronounced your name. Adrienne Richgels, I think, is the name. But I am going to walk through this website. So first of all, I love that the first thing that I see when I'm on the website, and again, keep in mind that when I do these reviews, I'm looking at them on a computer. So you will always want to double check your website on mobile devices as well. And have some friends double check too. Like if you know a friend has a different type of phone than you have them check, and then check on a tablet, and then check all over the place, because you always want to make sure to catch anything before a client does. It's always a good idea. So I am looking at this on a computer. I love that the images are big. I love that your logo is here and that it's very clear and easy to find. When I scroll down, the logo is not sticky, so that's not super important, but it is usually a setting that you can set. Let me find out how this website was built. Squarespace. Okay. So this is a Squarespace site. I think Squarespace has the option for a sticky logo. I'd have to double check. But I love that the imagery is big and you can see everything very clearly. The menu is extremely clear. We have 3 different galleries. And I also really love, just speaking as a fellow boudoir photographer, that you have a 45 plus boudoir, because I feel like so many people do not show different body types and ages and backgrounds on their website, and then they wonder why people don't book them. Well, there's a reason for that. So I love that information, raves, videos, blog, let's chat. Okay, so I'm going to keep scrolling down on the homepage. One note that I do have is it looks like, just based on the dots that are here, that there are quite a few photos on the homepage. I don't know that I would have that many on the homepage. I think you might want to ask your ideal client about that. It might be a little overwhelming. But if they love to see it, then by all means keep it. I also love that you have controls on either side. I feel like so many times people will put slideshows up and then they don't let the user control them, and that drives me crazy. I want to look at things in the order that I want to look at them in, and if you tie my hands on that, I leave the website. So just keeping it real. I know that may not be popular. I love that you have a chat thing. I would be curious to know how quickly you respond to that, because if you're, I know as a consumer, one thing that I do not care for is when someone has a chat thing, but then they're like, oh, sorry, we're offline, we'll email you as soon as possible. And I'm like, then what's the point of having a chat? I could have just used your contact form. So that's the only thing I would be careful about. That's the reason I have not used it, is because I'm not going to be on call constantly. So if you respond very quickly, awesome. But if you don't, you might want to consider that. One thing that I would say is I would love to see a call to action higher. I do have to scroll to see this. So in website speak, that's called above the fold, meaning that anything that is here before I have to scroll is above the fold. As soon as I have to scroll, it's now below the fold. So I love that you have a call to action that is very visible. It's very obvious. It's very clear what you want someone to do, which is perfect. I would just like to see it a little higher. I don't know if Squarespace would allow you to put it on one of the photos. That may not be an option with Squarespace. But I actually have links on my slideshow for that reason. Let's see. I cannot believe that woman is over 45. Holy moly. I love that you have the galleries linked here as well. It makes it super easy. We have several different stats here, which is fun. Isn't that kind of cool to look at? I would be curious how often you update those, because that seems like that would be hard for me to update. We have raves. Is this a link? Oh no, we have extra down here. Perfect. I love it. And those are well done. I would be curious to see how those look on mobile, just because you never know on mobile. The experience, what to expect. Perfect. Adrienne has a professional photo, which is fabulous. We have a phone consultation scheduling here. I'm going to come back up and just click on FAQ. So it does take me to a different page. I was just curious if it scrolled me down on the same page instead of having a different page. So there are kind of different types of websites, right? There is what is called a one-page website, which is kind of what this looks like, meaning that it has a ton of information on the first page. But one-page websites, while they're beautiful and they can be very, very well done and very informative, they do not necessarily have the SEO benefits. So it looks like what Adrienne has done here is kind of the best of both worlds. So she has what it looks like a one-page website. Someone can just keep scrolling on the same page. They don't even have to click to get a ton of information, which is awesome. But she also has the other pages too. So I really like that we have several blog posts, it looks like here. Yeah, those are blog. So as I've shared before, whenever I hover over a link, if you look down in the lower left corner, you can see where that link is going. So that's how I know that it is a blog post. And contact form right here, which is perfect. Ladies Lounge is a Facebook group. So that is a good place to have that there so that someone can go straight there. And we have Instagram post here, which is fabulous. A map. Copyright date is up to date with 2020. That's something I've been seeing a lot lately. We have studio information, contact information that is very, very obvious in the footer, which I love. Overall, this is very, very well done. So I would just move that call to action a little higher if possible, but it is kind of minor, so it's up to you. Especially because I would look at your analytics and see what people are viewing your website on. Are they on a computer? Are they on a mobile device? Because, for instance, I think I'm at about 60% mobile, meaning that 60% of people that visit my website, and I have about 3,000 hits a week, means 60% of those people are viewing it on a mobile device, which is pretty significant. And you want to make sure that it's optimized based on your ideal client and where they're coming from. So we have information on the experience, a glamour photo shoot in a boudoir setting. Perfect. This kind of lays it all out, all of the information. After the shoot, all of the decisions to make. Remember the day you said I'm worth it. Love that. All females, tools. All of the AIBP information, PPA, wedding stuff, another Facebook link, which is fabulous, and Instagram. So I love that this is, the only thing I would add is maybe a few more images. This is a lot of copy for someone to go through, but I do love that all of the information is there. It's crystal clear for anyone that wants more information. I would be curious to know how well you do with your SEO ranking, because I see some SEO stuff. Oops, I was on a map. Because I see some SEO stuff, but I don't see a lot. So I would be curious to know where you rank as far as that is concerned. So let's look at galleries. So one thing that a lot of people don't think about is if you have a sub menu, meaning when I hover over galleries, I have 3 options here. A lot of people do not make the word galleries itself its own link. And while it's kind of subjective, it's not really a big deal for me. I really want to see it be its own link because a lot of people won't know. Or if they're on a phone, it's really hard to hover over something on a phone and get the sub menu. So I think that it is rather important for, oh, excuse me, a little coughing fit. I think it is a little important to have that be its own link. So when I clicked on galleries, it is its own link, which is wonderful. And we have the boudoir gallery here. We have all sorts of fun stuff, lots of images. I love this layout. It's kind of a Pinteresty like magazine type layout where someone can just look at a ton of photos on their own instead of having to scroll through a slideshow. But what's nice is that when I open this big, I still have the ability, I'm familiar with this in Squarespace, that's how I knew before I clicked on it. I still have the ability to go through all of the photos one by one, larger if I choose to do so. So that is wonderful. One thing that I would add on this page, and actually on every single page of your website, is at least 300 words of text that is specific to whatever your SEO goal is for that page. So if you have not taken my SEO course, I really, really recommend it. I teach it in a very different way than most people do, and I really want you to understand that you can actually keyword and optimize every single page on your website, not just your homepage. So I would love to see more information here, and it doesn't have to be at the top. It doesn't have to be super evident. It can be at the bottom. Even underneath the Instagram stuff, it can be way, way at the bottom so that it's the last thing that someone sees. But you definitely do want some information here for SEO purposes as well. And holy moly, look at that girl's calves. Wow, goals. All right, so that's the boudoir gallery. The maternity gallery is gorgeous. And again, the same layout. And again, I would just add the text there as well for SEO purposes, not necessarily for pretty awesome website purposes, just for SEO so that you can be found by those search engines. 45 plus, same layout, love, love, love. Add the text here as well. I know that it's not ideal, and I know that as photographers, we just want to show off our pretty pictures. I get that, but to be found by search engines requires kind of a different skill set. So add in that text. And let's look at FAQs. This image is a little big. I might make it a little smaller just because I have to scroll so far to actually get to the FAQs. But they're very easy to read. Are my photos edited? Yeah, everything looks fabulous. I love the way it's done. I would add in, again, you have the chance to optimize this for SEO as well. You can either do that in your FAQ or you can do it at the bottom of the page again. So it just depends on your preference and how you want it to look. When I click on info, first place it goes is to team. Love your photo. I love that you have a professional photo there. And we have 5 things you should know about me. If you have not gone through my About Pages Masterclass, I really recommend it. I love that you have a team photo here with all of you looking like Chicago. I feel like that looks like quintessential Chicago. The snow and the cold, because it happens, right? Dream team. I love the matching t-shirts. It's just very well done. Again, add that text at the bottom, though. We need to have 300 words. And again, because you already have these words up here, that probably counts. You might be at 300 already, but you want to have some SEO specific keywords and information on every page, usually at the bottom, just so people don't have to see it if they don't want to. So let's go into pricing. We have all of the information, lots of albums. Oh, girl. Okay, I see right here we have the 30-page studio guide for more details. Why is that not on your homepage? We need to get that on your homepage. I'm assuming that this is an opt-in for your email list. So this is a studio guide that someone can download in exchange for their name and email address. And I really, really want to see that on your homepage. I want to see that a little more prominent because that is important. It should be probably right underneath the ladies lounge thing, just because email marketing is so important. I know a lot of people ignore it and they think that it doesn't matter, but the reality is, like, what if your Facebook group was to be shut down tomorrow? And that's a scary, scary thing, and none of us want to think about that, but the reality is that it could happen. And unfortunately, when it comes to social, we don't have a lot of recourse, especially as boudoir photographers. So I really, really would love to encourage you to get this on your homepage for sure, because it looks like a killer download. So we have information, rave reviews. I was just looking to see if those are toe shoes. I love toe shoes. Very well done. Love the reviews. Again, I would definitely come down here and add in text. So think of the things that you want to optimize for when it comes to a page that has reviews on it, because that's kind of an important page to do, right? It could be Chicago Boudoir Photographer Reviews, something like that, that you could optimize this page for so well. Let's look at videos. Love the different videos. I'm just noticing that these are, oh, sorry. I forgot to silence my phone. Let me do that. So I noticed that these are hosted on YouTube. If someone makes it to the videos page on your website, they might want to see more. So I might put a YouTube link here to your YouTube channel if you have one, but kind of minor, not a big deal. Blog. Love the blog post. I love that you have the individual posts separately, because it drives me crazy when I have to scroll through an entire post to look at the next post. So I love the way that it's done. All of the images are consistent, which I love as well. And under Let's Chat is contact, which is perfect. You have a phone number here, which is fabulous. You have direct email here, which is also fabulous. And the only thing that I might update is, and I don't know how much you have linked to this page, so it might not be a good idea, but right here it says, or I'm sorry, in the address bar, which you actually can't see in the video, the link for this is demigirlphotography.com/lets-chat. Now, is that a problem? No. However, if someone wants to contact you right off the bat, they might automatically type in that contact. That just tends to be what people assume. But again, very minor. Just a little bit of feedback. I think overall your website is beautiful. I really love how it's done. I have a few minor things to go over, especially when it comes to SEO. But overall, it looks fantastic. Very, very well done. Adrienne, I hope this has been helpful for you. If you have any questions for me, as always, please let me know. You can reach out in the Business Straight Up Facebook group, which is at businessstraightup.com/community. And if you want more information about my SEO 101 course, I will put that in the links below this video. And then we'll also get the About Pages Masterclass linked as well. So I have several courses coming up. We're going to do some online stuff coming up. So if you have not been over to either one of those, the About Pages Masterclass or just the website, to sign up to get those updates, you will want to do that. I promise you there's going to be some awesome stuff coming. So have an amazing day. Excellent job, Adrienne, on your website, and we'll talk soon.